Hello? Oh, God. Hello. This is my panel. No
Hello.
Sam.
Hello.
This works really
Hello.
well.
Hello. Hello. Hi. There we go. Hey, how you doing?
That's me.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to What is the Future of Sonic the Hedgehog panel, starring me, Sam Procrastinates, and Evan Mardiculous, the host of Tails Channel.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah. And real quick before we get started, can we give a round of applause for Patrick Korimaru for setting up this event? He did an amazing job, worked his butt off. And we also just want to say, starting out because I had some questions beforehand, no, there will not be any Sonic Frontier spoilers. For those that didn't beat the game, don't worry, we're not going to do anything like that. So relax. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and, all right.
All right. So it's really important that you guys see this. Yeah. What's up?
Is there going to be any official news at this panel?
Absolutely not. No. I was just joking. No. They're not. All right.
So, as Sam eloquently put, this is the future. What is the future of Sonic the Hedgehog? An interactive exploration of community interests featuring both of us. Yeah. So it's really important that you see this really cool transition because I've never done this. Yeah.
Woo!
Soap shoes.
It's back finally.
All right, so for those who are uninformed, I feel like I got to do a little bit of who we are, what we do. So the first thing is really, what is Tails Channel?
What do you do?
What do? We are an independent media cooperative and the community's trusted source of Sonic the Hedgehog information and entertainment. We are more than just a YouTube channel, believe it or not. In addition to our long-standing YouTube channel and tailschannel.com and our flagship outlets on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. And, Twitter's dying, so keep in mind, we have other platforms.
Yes.
We are leading the way in fast, factual news coverage and exclusives, which is not easy in fast-paced media these days. We try to be high quality, but also fast. Yay! Okay, more than just video games, Tails Channel offers a unique perspective on IDW Publishing's Sonic the Hedgehog comic book series via our partnership with IDW Sonic News. Awesome people. Can we get a round of applause for IDW Sonic News? More than just numbers, Tails Channel is committed to a community building and continues to support fan-led events and charities like Dreamscape Foundation, Special Effect, and Direct Relief. Now, who is Sam Procrastinates?
I don't know. Where's he at? Alrighty. Well, oh man. Well, I've been a Sonic fan all my life. I feel like many of you. I wasn't involved in the community very much early on. I was kind of like a silent lurker, just playing the games, in my basement, not really thinking about making videos. Watched other YouTubers, was inspired by them. But it wasn't until Sonic Mania that I really wanted to really give my 2 cents on everything, because it really felt like, it was my time to really just explain my love for the series. And it was through Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces I was able to build my channel. And now I make content on a wide variety of things, mainly regarding all things Sonic the Hedgehog, as you guys know. I do reviews, reactions, parodies, discussions, live streams, and all of which has been fantastic, and it all led me to where I am now, where I'm currently an editor for Strategy Guide LLC. We get to work with Sega on a number of things, including, actually before Strategy Guide, I was able to edit for the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony. I'm happy you guys enjoyed that. I was able to edit and record the gameplay for that. As well as the recent Brazil Game Show Symphony, which had the Sonic Frontiers footage, which I'm also happy you guys enjoyed that as well. And now for Strategy Guide, we get to do the amazing thing like working on speed strats for Origins, and now recently announced Sonic Frontiers speed strats. We hope you guys look forward to that. Yeah. Hope this works. Shout out to my boss back there. Thank you. You're doing great, man. Seriously, actually, shout out to Matt Mannheimer. Yeah.
Now, who is Evan Mardiculous? Who am I? So this is embarrassing, but also I'm prideful of this. No, it's not embarrassing. I've been in the community for a while, nearly 20 years. Oh my god.
Disgusting. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
So you might see bits and pieces of me scattered throughout history, which is wacky, but to put it in a nutshell, I'm a visual artist. I am a voice and on-stage actor. and I am a comedy writer, an improviser, and a media teacher now. So you get the idea. I love to create, and that's what it's all about for me. My main bread and butter is coming together and figuring out and solving problems and figuring things out. Like the recently produced Tales updates, which are now written by Xpool, which is in the audience right there.
Yeah.
Round of applause. But also the amazing Tales voice, which is done by Kenny in the back there.
Yeah.
And so my love really is just for working with really talented people and creating really cool stuff. That's what it's all about.
But I also want to add on real quick, though, and especially for this slide, for the who are you part, we really just, we take our passion and we take our friends, and that's really all that there is to it. And we hope that anyone in the audience that feels the same way could be inspired and also gets the chance to do something like this, get yourself out there, make content on what you love, and simply talk about it with your friends. That's really all we ended up doing.
I feel like the Sonic brand really holds that up too. And I think we're in a really unique community where we can produce really cool stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people in the audience here make really cool stuff. Yeah. And it's my goal to just meet as many of you as I can, which is why I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, now you can see the slide. Oh no, there's no audio. You know it. You know the video though. Wait a minute. Who are you? Okay, so to get to know you guys a little bit, because I did say interactive, there's a QR code on screen right now. But a couple things I want to mention before, because it does say, let's see what the room's favorite Sonic character is from the main cast. There is so many characters, so think of the main cast, really. But we've also removed Sonic. So you're basically...
Yes, we removed you, Sonic. Sit down, Sonic. Sonic, sit down. Sonic, sit down.
It's just because we know you'd win.
There's more than just... You've had 10 years of your own stuff. Let your friends have some nice things, all right? All right.
So when you open up the QR code, you'll see an option between Amy, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, and Shadow. We tried to reduce it down to just get a really interesting result. I actually want to pull it up on my phone right now so I can watch the results.
Straw poll.
I'm going to cast my anonymous vote. This is even
I am
hard
now
for
voting
me.
too.
You know
Okay.
what? My feelings on my favorite character of these is very different because of Frontiers. I'm going to go with this one. Not telling you.
Oh, that's a... Ooh.
No, stop.
Ooh.
I can...
Well, that's what...
Interesting. I'm not surprised.
What? What does that mean?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, you know what's happening? It's doing like somebody is already... Wait a minute. It's working for a lot of people. Never mind. All right. Well...
Of
hey,
course.
it's totally working for a lot of people. Great.
You guys are basic.
So it looks like our winner is actually. Let's all say who we think the winner is at the same time. 3, 2, 1. You're all wrong. It's Shadow.
Basic.
In second place is Knuckles.
Yeah.
In third place is Tails. Then tied for last is Amy and Eggman. So we touched upon this a little bit, or I did, when I was talking about how this community is uniquely full of creators because Sega has done a really great job at supporting us as creators and giving us a platform and even sometimes giving us jobs to continue working with them. And we are examples of that. And I feel like I'd be wasting my platform if I didn't continue to say this. Like, go ahead, try, make stuff so that you can get that opportunity too. And that's really why I love Sonic, but also its history has kind of always reinvented itself over and over again. And I know that kind of bites us a lot of times in discussions, mostly. But I think it's also beautiful that Sonic's reinvented himself so many times. And things that you see, like with the Mario movie or Detective Pikachu, change is inevitable for every brand. And I feel like Sonic was really ahead with that. And so now we're uniquely primed, no pun intended. We're uniquely ready for changes, unlike other communities. And so we are more willing to accept a new product because we've had so many changes already. And that's why I love Sonic.
And I think that's interesting, too, because, I think growing up, a lot of times we hear about how inconsistent, right, Sonic can be. And it's like a double-edged sword. Like a lot of times it could be considered a negative. But I also think that's also what keeps the surprise of the series over time, is you never really know where it's going to go. And it kind of keeps you invested because of that, you know? And I guess that leads into why I love Sonic. Honestly, it's you guys. It's the community. That's really what pushed me into, God, that sounds so mushy, but that's really what got me into making content and talking about it rather than just playing the games in a dark room by myself. I decided I wanted to talk about that, engage in conversation, because there is so many different iterations of Sonic, so many future possibilities for Sonic. We don't know where it's going to go, but it makes me want to talk about it, and that's why I love Sonic, is because I get to do that, and that's really what drives me to make videos on it.
Yeah, I feel like when I introduced myself and I said I couldn't settle on one media to do, and I just kept listing off different things I did, I think that's because of Sonic, right? Yeah. Sonic can't sit still in that way too, right? Like, what's the focus? Is it the soundtrack? Is it the gameplay? Is it the character designs? Is it the story? Like, what is the actual core of it? It's all of it at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could just go on and on. So let's move on. So creating speed strats. So because a large portion of my involvement in speed strats is kind of stuff that doesn't really have visuals, because I typically focus on the hook of the video, so to speak, so the first couple of seconds you see. So for example, somebody was talking to me at the strategy guide table that they really liked the Sonic 3 episode we did in Sonic Origins Speed Strats, where like Sonic walks in Angel Island and he goes like, Sonic 3 is so beautiful. Then the fire comes out and he's like, oh, this is fine. Right. We're trying to combine things that are from the game, what I remembered, right? Sonic 3, that fire cinematic happens. And again, we're limited because it's a classic game. So there's really only tiny bits of cinematic parts in the game. And so it's like, how can we tie the cinematic parts of the game that people remember to jokes that people remember? And so if you know that kind of really short comic strip that's pretty famous now, that dog sitting in a burning building,
yeah,
and just being like, this is fine. I was trying to plug into that, and that's always what I'm doing.
Yeah. Hi. No, you're okay.
Oh, okay, right. But so like I said at the beginning, I wanted something visual for the sake of a slideshow. So we're gonna kind of show you how we came to the logo of the first Speed Strats, because this is something that Kenny and I did collaboratively back and forth. I kind of conceptualized it because the first thing I wanted to look at is this, because we were doing the classic series, and I saw this logo, and I knew we needed to fill like a kind of like a wide space underneath the Origins logo. So I saw this, and it felt like a deep cut, because I don't think, this is one of those things, it was in an era where they were making all kinds of promotional graphics, so I don't know if this might be like specifically the Japanese logo. It's when they were changing stuff for different cultures for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so I was inspired by that to make Speed Strats. I wanted to kind of refer to it, but I didn't want it to end there. And so this is where Kenny and I kind of go back and forth. So see, this is what I could do on my own. So without Kenny, this is what it would look like, and nobody wants that. So then Kenny comes in and really cleans it up, right? And you can see the inspiration now that you see where we started, and then it just kind of keeps going back and forth. We kind of try to tweak with things. That was a little busy, right? We wanted to streamline it a little bit. We're getting there, but it's kind of a little too thick. We wanted to keep it narrow like the original. And so we're left with something a little bit more. It doesn't even really look like what we started with, but that's kind of an example of how kind of all creative projects end up. You start with a little nugget, and then you just kind of slowly build on and on as problems arise, and you work together to solve it.
You know what the best part is, too, is like, we're talking about speed strats, right? But this is, at the end of the day, this is honestly no more different than you guys discussing something in your Discord servers, right? That's what's so cool about this. And I also think that's something I also want to give credit to Sega, is like to allow fans like us to have the opportunity to work on something as small as like a video series or any sort of PR stuff. It's a huge honor, and being able to collaborate with our friends to work on something like this and to create something and show the process of it's incredible. But like, it's also just like, it's really like awesome just how down to earth it is. Like, it's not really corporate. It's not corporate. It's just discussion between friends and trying to find something that matches both the brand, but also something we know that fans would like as well.
Yeah,
And that.
I'm sorry, if I may add to that, Sega's been like super supportive of their fans, of the year. This is like why we can have conventions like this and other conventions say like Sonic Revolution and Chaos Creators and all these fan projects. Because if it wasn't for Sega support, we all wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Sega support, we wouldn't have an opportunity to work on Sonic Frontiers Speed Strats. Now, the process for Sonic Frontiers Speed Strats logo actually happened lightning fast because we saw the original Prologue logo. If you remember, it was like red and kind of looked like that. We tried to emulate the same kind of font style, but we wanted to kind of use what was the elements that were existed in Frontiers, those little XP points you get, that are those little diamonds. And we were like, oh, we're technically giving you XP and experience through the game. And that was the end of the process. We tweaked a couple of the, there's, I think, one point where there was like a little bit too many diamonds, and we were like, oh, let's tone it down a little bit. But it wasn't anything like the first Speed Strats logo. I think it's because back in time, logos used to be very, a lot, graphically. And we wanted to hearken to that with Speed Strats because it was retro gaming. But this is more modern, so it's really sleek and simple. So we had a lot easier of a time just plugging right into it. Sam, do you want to talk a little bit about the editing process?
Oh man, the editing. Anyone in here a video editor? Okay, wow. Okay, because a lot of you guys could be content creators about this. It's a very surreal experience to go from editing on my own channel to then editing for Sega or a company, especially a brand that you care about. And it's a constant jungle mentally of is this good enough? Is this what I imagine Sonic the Hedgehog? Is this what I imagine the quality to be? And it's something that I'm still not think I fully understand yet or fully coped with, that I am creating something on an official capacity. It's sometimes you wonder if this is good enough, because again, you go from editing something for yourself and for your closed audience to something that's going to be very, very public. But the editing process is fun, and I think that's also a collaborative effort too, to get insight from Evan, Kenny, Matt, and all the other people on Strategy Guide to know does this land, is this good enough? We have Aaron, who also does Aaron Monkey Tweets, who does a lot of the graphic After Effects stuff, and all that combined together makes this series what it is. And it's awesome. And again, it goes to show just how great it is to collaborate and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I wish I could take there's no other way to visually represent the kind of dynamic we have as a group besides this logo right here. So this is kind of a good diagram of just how the process works, us working together to make stuff. Logos conceptualized by Evan and Kenny, then created by Kenny. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, that pencil drawing would be what you get if it was just me. Let's play a little bit of a game. So there's a big blob on the screen, and it's probably unrecognizable, but maybe some expert knows what this is from. So, of course, this is not exactly, I'll give you more and more hints, right? This is the hardest difficulty, if you will. So does anyone have any idea what we're looking at? It's an iconic scene. A nitpicker over there?
I think that's the commercial with hold on, I'm thinking.
You're getting it.
It was Sonic's in the picture frame, and she's
You did it. You did it.
So, massive props. All right, moving on. So, back to polling. So, this is where we get into the future of Sonic, but it's really about what you guys are expecting. So, we're going to do another QR code. I think you have to use your own kind of data. So, yeah, not everyone will be able to vote, unfortunately, but this is the easiest way to do it. So let's basically, if you had to pick one thing for Sonic Team to improve on for the open zone gameplay, what would it be? Now, of course, I can't be all in your brains at the same time, so we're going to have to pick from what I put on there. I really tried to kind of spread it out. So make your best pick.
And again, make sure you guys, now that we're talking about Frontiers and stuff, just again, a reminder not to talk about spoilers.
No spoilers.
In any capacity.
I wonder if I can disconnect from this and use my data to vote as well. It came in real fast last time, though, so.
I am curious now, while we're waiting, how long did that logo take from conception to actual release?
How long did what take it?
The Speed Strats logo.
Oh, the logo process?
Yeah, how long did it take?
How long did that take?
Conception to actual release?
How long did the Speed Strats logo take to design? It was definitely took longer than, like I said, the Speed Strats for Frontiers, but it took Probably like a couple days. Yeah. I mean, we're all really busy, right? And we chip away at it when we can. So sometimes there's like a couple days where we really try to be super ahead of the game because you never know what's going to go on. Schedules and release dates could change and everybody gets busy. So as soon as we're like ready to do the work, we start working right away as far as we can until we hit a wall and then we'd give it a rest. So it's really hard. It probably around a week. Also, it's not important for now, but is it at all possible that the audio from these videos can play to the audience too? Great. So it's not important for this one. This is kind of just like, oh, I'm playing Frontiers music while you do your voting. But a slide coming up it's really important. It's really important.
Everyone get your votes in?
So let's see what the results are. Just to give you, for those of you who haven't or aren't able to look at it, the options are more momentum focus, smoother gameplay look and feel, more original environments, or increased difficulty. So, and now I'm getting an ad before I look at the results. All right, whoa, we got a tie going on. All right, so as it stands right now, we have a tie between more momentum focus and more original environments.
Does this laptop have a...
I think I can settle
That's why
with
I'm
that.
looking at Matt. Does your laptop have a headphone jack by any chance, Matt? A what? A headphone jack?
Oh, they need the cable to plug it in, I see. Oh, is it on the dongle?
It's on the top, on the side.
Yep.
All right.
Do you need a cable?
Wait, what?
Sorry, do you all need a cable?
Well, no, it's about plugging it in. You said it's on the top, on the side. Oh. Your computer is a weird place to put it, but I don't make computers. So who am I to judge? All right, so yeah, let's. Are you gonna test it with this? Yeah, I purposely put the "Who are you?" because I'm like, hey, we're gonna need to troubleshoot audio. I think about this, and this is our troubleshooting audio song. It's a nice soft song, so it's not gonna go.
Okay.
So no audio yet? Okay.
Did you have the votes?
That's totally fine. We don't need it. It would just be cool. I already did.
Okay.
All right. So this is another one of those discussion kind of points. So we kind of touched on this before, but the future really is in your hands. The reason we're doing these polls is because really that's what I think causes a lot of the discourse is everyone thinks it's like us versus them kind of thing. But really, when you really talk to people, I'm sure you've experienced it today, everyone kind of feels the same way in the end, right? We're all kind of looking for the same kind of thing. I think we just have different experiences with different games for many different circumstances. It could be the people that you're playing the game with at the time. But I think the main thing I want to kind of push at this section of the panel is that you really do have a voice in the community, even if it feels like you don't have numbers, because I want you guys to know, I didn't make Tails' channel have a bunch of subscribers. I did not. My personal channel is very low subscribers. My Twitter is very low numbers. I don't get a lot of interaction on my tweets either, but I've been here for nearly 20 years, and I just commit to meeting people, working on projects with other people, even if it doesn't mean it's on my channel. It's about being there. I saw myself and was distracted. It's about being there, right? And that impact will still be felt even if you're not getting that engagement. Mm-hmm. That focusing on those numbers is only going to discourage you. And I think I really want the takeaway from the panel to be that your impact can't be measured like that, right? It's you. It's about you. And I think that's super important to say.
And if I just may add on to that real quick, there have been people who were fans in the past that have become part of the industry. So like Gigi Dre, Tyson Test, Evan Stanley, John Gray, just to give some examples. They were once fans and were fan artists, and now do stuff for the official comments and animations. So.
Absolutely. But also, it's also not always about the exact end goal. Like a lot of people will have a target and a goal for themselves, but it doesn't always manifest that way. I think it's about being present and just trying your very best to be a bridge as opposed to burning those bridges because you're trying to get that goal. I think people lose sight of what's really important in pursuit of like, oh, I really want to get a job at Sega, or I really want to get a high engagement. But it's people, right? And you know that being here now. You've met people, and everyone has been incredibly friendly, and that's what it's all about, right? And I think today is a time to celebrate that experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I make a further words of advice, like, don't try to put your eggs in one basket, because it's so easy to get started. Like, oh my gosh, I want to be an illustrator for IDW. I want to do this. Like, just focus on different things and so forth.
Anything to say about the future?
Yeah, no, I think you put it perfectly. It's just being able to be collaborative. Talking about discussion, talk about like what you like, what you don't like, being clear, right? And that's really what kind of, when you mention the future's in your hands, it's really true. It really is in your hands. I mean, I think the Sonic movie design is a perfect example of that. It's a perfect example of the community. You guys remember that? Yeah.
All right, so this is the thing I was referring to before. I just really wanted to see a room full of people try to like sing this, but if
Oh boy, do I need
but
a video or
but
something?
hold on, I literally have it. But I have it timestamped. I have it timestamped, so it's only like a really short portion. So if you're like the whole song, no, it's literally like the part. It's the part you're thinking of. But I don't know if the audio will work. Will it work?
Let's try.
But if it doesn't, nah, it's not gonna work. It's fine. No, it's totally fine.
What if? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, but there's a certain timestamp that it started at. Maybe it'll remind you.
What's
See
the
this?
timestamp?
So if you press play, yeah, it's like 1 minute.
Okay, hold on.
You're gonna put it up against the mic.
Hold on, I'm gonna think of a solution here, chat. Or I called you guys chat. Wow. Wow. Can you tell I'm used to live streaming?
Oh, we have to. It's us. It's us. It's our fault.
Which one?
Headphones.
Do they know which one?
I think it's that one.
Matt really wants us to sing.
Oh, I really do. Yeah.
Oh, I hear it quietly.
No.
It's going.
Wait, no, it's gotta go back, but it's gotta be a little bit louder. I know it's a very loud song. Is there like a volume adjustment on here? Oh yeah, let's let them do it. Let's not mess with it. Okay, whatever happens, let's do our best.
You guys ready?
3, 2, 1. Time to
Face your fear.
'Cause when your time has come and gone,
I'll be the one to carry on.
and you can throw me to the moon. Undefeatable.
All right, good job.
That worked. All right, sweet. Thanks for bearing with us for that, but I really wanted that to happen. So now it's time to face your real fear, the future.
The future. You guys
All right,
ready?
Hot take time. So another poll. Did Sonic Frontiers make you hopeful for the future of the Sonic series?
Yeah.
Big time.
Well, let's see. Let's see of the people who can vote.
Last moments. Get your votes in.
All right, let's see. Yeah, as soon as I switched to data, it worked for me. So.
Look.
Oh.
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 I think absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely won that by a landslide.
So hey, that's nice to know, right? We did it. All the
Sega.
suffering was worth it.
Sega, are you seeing this? We liked it. Don't change it. Don't change it.
So I mean, basically, you could probably tell how we feel on it right now. I keep leading the way. So do you want to start on this one? I don't want to take all the good stuff.
No. Our thoughts on Sonic Frontiers. I know some of you guys may have talked to me at my table. Some of you guys saw my non-spoiler review. Spoiler alert, though, I like the game. I really like the game. It started rough. That IGN video. It definitely started rough. I still don't think that was a good representation of the product we got. Sonic Frontiers is a great game.
I don't want to cut you off, but I think even in its release date, it's one of those games that kind of doesn't look as fun as it actually is.
Yeah.
It's one
You
of those
gotta
things
play it.
where it's like someone will see it and be like, I don't really know, and then you like play it, you're like, now I know.
Yeah. There's so many people I watch, so many casual gamers I saw playing this game on Twitch when it came out, like coming in expecting not to like it, like, oh, it's another Sonic game, and then they're there until like Ares Island because they just can't put it down. And it's incredible. And I'm not gonna lie, and I even mentioned this in my review, like I got emotional at times. Like, we're playing a Sonic game that's good. And but also I get to go to bed and wake up and not have it completed yet because it's not 2 hours long. What? Real quick, my final thoughts on it is I think it's a great step for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a great foundation. It's obviously not perfect. No game is ever perfect, but I think. Should I talk about what I want, or should I wait?
I think we get into that later.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure.
Thanks for asking.
But
that.
yeah, I like the game, and that's really it. Go ahead.
So I'll tackle the area that Sam didn't, just because I absolutely agree with everything he said. But a lot of you came up to me today and talked about how they saw my prologue, Knuckles prologue, Frontiers prologue, whatever, reaction where I literally got emotional. And I think it has less to do with the animation itself, which is fantastic, but it's literally, I think I had thought that it was over. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, I knew Sega was listening, but I always thought there was something about the company that, like, there was people in the company that wanted it to happen, but there was something stopping it from happening. And I just never really thought we'd be able to break through whatever was stopping it from happening. And so when I was watching the animation, it was the realization that we did it.
He's back.
And it hit me. It's even hitting me now, So it's crazy. So that's,
shout out to Ian Flynn.
This is back again. Does anybody know what the heck is going on here?
Right.
Hold on.
Hold on.
In the beautiful blue cosplay.
I'm gonna guess Sonic 3D Blast.
Sonic what?
3D Blast.
Sonic 3D Blast? Meh. Nope. Let's try to. I grabbed one from kind of the near front. I did kind of the middle last time. Let's go all the way to the back. Sonic and the Black Knight? Yeah. Let's make it easier.
What about that young man in the Yo
blurry.
Gabba Gabba costume over there?
It's less blurry.
I was gonna say Sonic Among Us, bro, but.
All the way in the very back in the blue hat. Yeah, you. Nope. We'll give it one more. In the actually, Sam, you should pick. I keep picking.
Crazy Taxi. He did the voice.
Last guess.
There's a lot of pressure here. If you get it wrong, they might carry you out.
10.
That looks like the opening to like Sonic 3 before he goes in the little ring.
No, it is.
Drum roll, please.
It looked like he was in the back. He was in the black blue backwards.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's time for Sam and I to play.
All right.
So, I'm going to explain how this game is going to work. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like emulate being Sonic Team for like a second. So you guys are going to be Sega and the community at the same time. So what we're going to do is Sam's going to get a realistic limitation, and I'm going to get a completely different realistic limitation. And we're going to have to pitch a game to you guys, and basically you're just going to have to pick one or the other, which one you want to choose. And we're going to do it by voting with hands, none of this QR code nonsense.
So a completely new Sonic game, and I have to
Yes,
say a
it's
limitation.
the next Sonic game. So you're
Okay.
building off of Frontiers.
Frontiers.
But we're going to get a realistic limitation from the audience, but two different ones that we have to navigate around. So does anyone have a realistic limitation that would totally happen by Sega? Sam, you go first.
Actually, I'll let you go.
No,
first.
you. Okay,
No, I'll let you go first.
Realistic limitation, Kevin. So they no more open world. Oh God, that's mine. Okay. All right, Sam.
All right, I swear, if
You
I
killed me.
choose you and you do something dumb,
Yeah. As in Sonic Labrum, the Sonic Slow Shoes.
All right. Now. No. Okay.
all right, no, we got this. Calm
All right.
down, we got this.
Okay. Now
Sonic
Sam and I
Shoes.
are gonna play rock paper scissors, just one round, and it's basically who chooses who goes first or second. So ready? Rock paper scissors.
So then, who chooses? how to
It's
make the
basically who
game?
goes first or second. No, it's who has to go first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Bam. I go first. All right. So I can't use open world. So I'm gonna make Adventure 3. That was too easy. It's up to you who wins. Let me describe it a little bit better though. Okay. So SA3, building off of Frontiers, we're going to have all the characters explore their arcs, but it's going to obviously not be open world. So it's going to be small kind of hubs like in the adventure games, but there's going to be a lot to do in them anyway. It's not going to be about how you navigate the environments, even though I'd like that. So the focus is going to go into the actual action stages, which will have multi-tiered level design, all 3D. And every character will, of course, have intersecting stories and the awesome feature that SA1, I'm very biased, SA1 has, where every playthrough you go through has unique dialogues of the same scenes that kind of paint them in a different picture.
Okay. So in this game, Sonic can't run. It's okay. So, the best thing to go about that is to look at what we have as a company. You know, we're Sega. We got so many great series like Monkey Ball, right? Guess what? So in Labyrinth, you know, how does Sonic get around? He rolls, right? So this game's going to be all about rolling and momentum. But hold on. I know momentum. You guys don't know what that is. It's been so long. So here's what I'm thinking, right? A Sonic game where all Sonic does is roll. All the characters roll like it's Monkey Ball. It controls like Monkey Ball, but it's an online racing game against your friends, right?
Wait.
It changes it up.
Wait, that exists. That's Sonic Ball.
I'm working with what I got. What do you want?
Well, you already said it, so now, and we don't have any more time for you to fix that. A lot of games do it. Oh, anyway, so I mean, you could say
I just
mine
want
was
to
too
point out,
easy.
do you
could
really
say
want
that
them to
Sam's-
make Adventure 3000? No. You want mine. You really do.
We don't got time for this banter. So, all right, so hands
Why
up
did you
if
do
you
this?
would pick. Wait, what's your title? What's the title of your game?
Roll. I don't like that. No. Just keep rolling.
That's pretty good. That's okay. So,
Make it a Limp Biscuit reference.
so hands up for just keep rolling. Would you buy it? All right, hands down. Hands up for SA3. Shanny, who won?
I think a lot more people were excited for 3. For you?
For SA3?
Oh yeah. Who
All
would have
right,
guessed?
I'll take it.
Who would have guessed? Okay, he chose the safe route.
An easy victory, but
Okay.
all right, we're doing another one. This is the last one. Okay, does anybody have any idea what's going on in this one? Sonic in the front. I saw that hand super fast.
I say bring back Chow Garden.
No, but yes, but what is this? Oh wait, you can't see it. Can we get the slide on?
Okay,
screen?
that's probably why it's.
Yeah. So we're doing another one of those iconic scene guesses. Okay, so let's get. Anybody have any idea what's going on in this one? The black clothes on the outside. Yes.
That is a scene from Black Knight.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
All right, and now it's Q&A time, the part you were probably expecting. So now, after all that, I mean, you probably know a lot about us already. So if you have any questions we didn't kind of
Yeah.
touch on already.
And please raise your hand, and we'll just choose. We'll go. I mean, yeah, we'll just choose, and if it's a question for both of us, one of us, just let us know, okay? So, let's start with Paulie B from the 303 with the best name ever. What's up? How you doing?
What's up, guys? All right, so my question is not how did you get into Sonic, but how did you get into the things that you do? How do you get into reviewing, being part of Tales channel?
Good question.
Well, I guess I could start first with that. I got into it because I was inspired by watching people like Matt, like Evan, like some call me Johnny, for example. In middle school, I would watch these guys, and I realized like, wow, like I could talk about this, and you know, people would listen. People would like to engage in a conversation, but also this could also be a career path that goes to you know, different avenues like Sega and such. So that's really where it kind of started for me, is just the inspiration part of it from others.
For me, how I got into the stuff that I do, I mean, I do a lot of different things. So the first thing I did as I was doing improv dubs on my channel, it started with like it completely improvised stuff. I would take like a whole episode of Sonic X with my friends, mute it completely, and then be like, all right, you're this character, you're that character. We would just go through the whole thing, and it would be absolute nonsense. And then it slowly became more planned, but I never really scripted it. It was still always like a group of friends kind of working together to make something really, really funny. And then I did more voiceover stuff. I went to like theater performance school, so I worked on those skills because I enjoyed doing that. And then I did voiceover for Tales Channel. And Tales Channel, even before Matt left, had many subs that would sub in for news videos constantly. And I was just available. So that's why I told you guys what I told you before. It's just about being present and being there to help. And it's not always about your content. Being in other people's content and just being the best you can be at all times is sometimes all that matters. And that's how I got where I'm at. And that's the answer to the question.
Well, keep up the great work, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Polly. I'll let you choose the next one.
Okay. Questions. This is like the hardest part because like I don't know how to like choose. In the middle, navy sweater. Yeah.
What would be the best advice you have for someone who wants to start doing YouTube, like Sonic content?
Right on. Probably what you would expect me to say is be yourself first. It's very tempting to try to create a persona, but that's not sustainable. Because then even, like, best case scenario, right, it works for you. You created a persona and you have this huge audience, but what happens when you don't want to do that anymore? You don't feel like you enjoy that anymore, right? There's always a chance that I just, like, stop enjoying making Sonic art, but I have other avenues to explore because I'm more than just that. And so always keep yourself open. That's why I keep saying, like, work on other things with other people. Always strive to be a better person at your core first and who you are, as opposed to putting on a farce to kind of get that success. It's going to hurt you in the long run either way. What do you think, Sam?
You know, for me, when it comes to content, I felt like being collaborative, like having the door to being collaborative, and not kind of like, you know, I found that to be best, you know, especially when it came to just being friends. And I feel like that's the best approach, in my opinion, is like if you have like a server full of friends and you guys share likenesses, through there you guys can start to work together on content, and through that you just grow a network. Essentially, it's like networking, but it's not with that in mind. It's more so just friends that want to talk about what you guys love, and through that, it just kind of has a side effect of people wanting to listen. Genuinity.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Alrighty. Right here. Yeah, in the blue shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam, why do you hate Sonic Adventure?
Oh my god. Okay, before I get jumped in the parking lot, that's a lie and a long-running joke. Sonic Adventure is my favorite 3D Sonic game. Okay. No, I love Sonic Adventure. But I will say what I don't like, Sonic and the Secret Rings. I don't like that one. That's a bad one.
All right, yeah, Wallace, bring it on. Uh-oh.
Can you explain the joke behind the adventure hate that you have?
We-
Where did it come from? Oh boy. What was behind it?
It's a good question.
So, did he leave the room? Because we're about to get into this. So, Mr. Matt Mannheimer, the former host of Tales Channel.
He's leaving.
He's leaving the room. Now you know
He's
your
back.
answer. He started it. Because when he was, what was it? You were a content creator, Matt. You,
I got it from someone else.
who?
Michael Hunter, who made Sonic's chip.
The plot thickens.
Well, that's the origin story. They just wanted to see me in pain. So-
All right. Other questions? I see somebody. Oh, I don't. Yes, black mask in the middle, kind of aisle behind the purple shirt. Yeah.
Right.
So Sam, did you finally get those AirPods yet?
Oh wait, he's getting him. I think the answer.
I got AirPods, but Fidel is alone.
Fidel is alone?
Fidel's alone.
Oh, we got some. That sparked some questions.
It's your pick. Your pick.
Okay. Okay. Against the wall, black shirt.
Yo, how you doing? So first of all, appreciate y'all doing this. Is amazing. Second of all, this is a speculation question, but kind of thought of it when you had the idea of Sonic Can't Run. What do you think about a series of games that requires players to play the other characters? Because the last one we had was like Sonic Boom, I think, where you play the other characters, but mainly just Sonic. We need some love.
Yeah. No, I think the idea of, I think the Sonic movies are a great, focus, a good test for Sega. Like, how much do people like these side characters? People went crazy over Tails and Knuckles Sonic movies. I think having those characters playable in the games and having them more involved in the games rather than just being in cutscenes or being like back in before Frontiers just being cheerleaders. I like the idea of them actually being playable. I would love to see, especially with this new open zone format, to see Knuckles being able to glide around, climb. I think it's great, and I do think, for the next Sonic game, I think that is the go-to. Incorporate these characters more, and be able to actually play as them in this open world and flesh out their gameplay to a point we haven't seen yet, because with Knuckles we're limited to treasure hunting or in Boom infinitely jumping over walls. What about you?
I feel like I would echo all of that stuff. I do think that there's this insecurity that they have with the other characters too, because the same limitation that they run into with Sonic, right? Like, I'm a big believer in that Sega, when they made this character, Sonic, they were like, let's make the coolest character possible. And then when they went to design the game, they were like, oh crap. Like, that's kind of my belief, is that it's just, they made a character that's like really ambitious to create, and then Tails can fly and like bust the levels even more. So they pulled their punches a little bit, and they were like, all right, let's just like get Sonic to work. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, realistically what we see, best case scenario, is maybe like some DLC where it's like a smaller doses of the other characters as they kind of iron it out and figure it out as they go. And yeah, that's what I expect to see. Mm-hmm. I really hope we do get to see it though.
Yeah.
We probably have time for what?
We have time for one more question.
Right on.
Alrighty. Is it my pick?
It's
your pick.
It's my pick. Oh God.
Oh boy.
The last question.
No factor.
I'm a teacher. I do not like the wavy hand. Red and black shirt. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. I don't know where the mic is. Oh, there it is. Sweet.
So because Sonic Frontiers has combat, I'm wondering, would you be interested in seeing it expanded upon to the point where it's on a similar caliber to something like Devil May Cry?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, as Frontiers, like in Frontiers, this is no spoilers by the way, but in Frontiers, I feel like the way that combat functions is it has like very little difficulty in the long run when you kind of master it. it kind of acts as a way to kind of add flourish to your navigation through the world. So I find myself wanting to fight the mini bosses because I want to like chain rail launching and then like land on the ninja, do quick moves, but it's not difficult to fight the enemy. So I am really hoping they find a way to not only make all the animations more unique from each other, because a lot of the specials look similar. The ones that are different, I'm like, whoa, like I clearly those are my favorite. Whenever they're different, like what is it? What's the one where he's like teleporting all over the place?
Phantom Rush.
Right. It looks distinct, but the end goal is basically the same. Does a lot of damage, but I want it to act as a flourish visually, but I think the difficulty piece is missing right now.
And I guess for me too, and to answer, like, just to expand what we have now. This is a great foundation. It's almost like, in a way, like baby's first steps into an open world game or an action game. I feel like this is a great foundation, and they could definitely grow upon it. And I also would say, like, while you're right, like a lot of the moves all do the same thing. They all hurt the enemy. I would like the moves to also have different effects on the enemies as well.
Like a stun or something.
Yeah, like different kind of stun effects. Certain enemies probably have to have only one certain kind of stun works for them versus another. Kind of like Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, I guess, is a great example. I don't know, that's such a weird example. But, just, like having to, have different stun effects on enemies. But outside of the combat, I would say the world, and I think this is a great way to end off, is like, one of the main advocates I've been saying is like, I want his movement to now incorporate just a little bit more weight, a little bit more momentum. Not like, I'm not talking like Sonic Utopia, I'm not talking like all hills, but more weight where they then design the world around said momentum. So there's more hills, slopes, loops. I think that's the future they should go towards after Sonic Frontiers, and as well as the combat, like you mentioned, Devil May Cry is a good example, like something more in depth in that to complement the world.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the chat, as you say, here, they also agree, because that's what our polling said too. Like, the way I would describe it is, I completely agree with what Sam did, but to make it super clear, say Frontiers is at like a level 5 out of 10 with momentum inclusion in its level design. I just want it to be like dialed up to maybe a 7.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, that's, I believe, been
I think that's all our time.
Future of Sonic panel.
Thank you, guys. Can we give one last round of applause to Patrick Korimaru for setting up this amazing event? Thank you, Patrick. And again, this entire event goes on until I think 10 p.m. Correct?
Right on.
We'll be around. We'll be at our table, strategy guide table, as well as my table as well, right next to them. We have Artist Alley. For those that don't know, we also have the game room down the hall to the left. And if you come by, say hi, take pictures, enjoy the time we have here. And again, thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying Fan Jam 2022.
One thing I want to say, sorry, that was a beautiful outro, but I have to say it.
It's all right.
I'm in a weird place where like I don't have like a table at the Artist Alley, and I also like I'm sometimes at the strategy guide table. The strategy guide table is like when I'm on break, but I'll be in the lobby kind of selling some of my artwork. So if you like what you saw when I was talking about myself and you want to have something to kind of hold to take home, I'm happy to sign it and stuff.
Okay, I'll sell out too. Can I also? I mean, I have glasses. If you guys want that too.
Right. You do it. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.